Good evening, everyone.
HMD! Let's go!
Turn on, man.
On behalf of the CIF Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the north end zone as I introduce the team. Complete championship under the direction of head coach Robert.
Okay, here we are now after the conclusion of the first inaugural Open Division Championship, and Commissioner of the LA City Section, John Aguirre. John, you got to be very happy about tonight's game and your thoughts on what we saw tonight.
Well, Rico, we have an outstanding team in Narbonne High School, and they really haven't been challenged in our playoffs. Hopefully they'll step up to the plate again in the state championships. Yes. And do well there too. Crenshaw gave everything they had. I thought they represented themselves well, but Narbonne just had a bit too much for them tonight.
And again, a great facility here to host the championships, and through your guidance as a commissioner, and of course the section here, things are starting to really blossom here for the schools, LA City schools. And this is just the beginning, because there's 3 more games on this weekend set to go.
Yeah, we have the Division 1, 2, and 3 tomorrow set. I got to give thanks to El Camino College and their administration for allowing us to use their facility. It was built last year. It's a 1-year-old facility. It's an awesome facility for our needs, so we're real thankful to be here.
And this is a very good, because now Narbonne, again, taking the banner of the LA City Schools, LA Unified, all the way with them to the next stop, and hopefully it's in the state divisions.
Well, it'll be in the Southern California Regionals. We have a meeting on Sunday to determine the pairings for the Southern Cal Regionals. Winners of those games go on to the state championships the following week. So we wish the best for both teams. By the way, both teams are advancing to our state regionals, okay. Both Crenshaw and Narbonne. Crenshaw earned the right to go based on they beat Dorsey during the regular season. Mm-hmm. If Dorsey would have beaten them and win the Division 1, they would have went. They're a higher seed than San Fernando, should San Fernando win Division 1. So Dorsey, having coming out of the Division 1, replaces Division 1 champion.
Okay, and again, the Open Division, very unique situation, and it's gone according to what you had in mind, and the coaches and all of the board members had decided that this would be a very advantageous move to make, and now you can really look back and say success.
Well, it gives opportunity for those that maybe didn't have as much of an opportunity. When you take the top 8 teams of our section out based on rankings, it leaves opportunities for everybody else left in Division 1 to strive for winning that championship. So we have 2 competitive teams. The Open Division ended with a division, the number 1 ranked and number 2 ranked teams, and Division 2 was not that far off that, number 1 ranked and number 6 ranked in Dorsey. So we're doing pretty well.
Well, we want to congratulate you, John, you and your staff. It's a team effort to really put this on, and of course to receive all the public and all the parents, coaches, and administrators and fans and students to be here to support their teams. And we want to say very complimentary to you. And any final words that you'd like to assess to us and give it to us here?
We just thank for the support that everybody's given our schools, and we hope that the communities can rise and support their schools. It's these championships that we look forward to offering for the schools, and it's really about the kids and what you said, the community, the kids, the schools. Our administrators do a fantastic job at their high schools. It is not easy nowadays working at high schools, but we have some fantastic people that do an incredible job, so we want to support them as well.
Commissioner John Aguirre, good to see you, capping off a successful season. We thank you for all of the input you've given to us here on the East L.A. sports scene. Thank you. We're going to continue on here, hopefully to speak to head coach Manuel Douglas and some of the players here from the new inaugural Open Division champions, Narbonne Gauchos. We'll be back in a moment. This is East L.A. sports scene. Okay, we're going to start a post-game interview with a very happy head coach Manuel Douglas. And coach, how you feel now after this championship?
A couple of people asked me that, how I felt, and this one means a lot. I mean, it is my 8th personally as a head coach, and I think every one of them means something. But this one, it's been an interesting year. Last year was such a long year. I was telling someone else, we lost game 15. It was the end of a 27-game win streak for us. It was such a grind. When we won last year, I mean, I was just tired. That's all I could think of. Okay. But this year, I'm excited. I was excited getting into it. I haven't been nervous for a game in a long time. But this game I was a little bit nervous for. I mean, I had to be honest. I told a couple people, I was like, feels good.
Well, as they say, it was a 1 and 2 matchup on the seeds.
It's a reminder of how fortunate we are and blessed we are to win as much as we had.
Yes.
So we'll take it, and I'm real proud of the boys for the way they played.
And Coach, just a quick connection, because we know that you're very well known in our community in East L.A., and you had some of your early coaching teeth cut, so to speak, in East L.A. Talk a little bit about that and how it molded you and prepared you and then brought you to the level you are now.
Yeah, I always knew I wanted to be a head coach, but I was an assistant coach at Garfield High School under John Aguirre, our section commissioner, and he gave me an opportunity. And I learned a lot. John's a mentor of mine. Paul Knox from Dorsey's a mentor of mine, and me and another guy, we coached with him for many years and learned a lot of things, what to do and what not to do. He gave me a first opportunity, and when he stepped down, I actually did what a lot of people do. It's interesting in that community. I started coaching at Roosevelt High School. I was an offensive coordinator there under Jose Casagran, and we ended the 8-year Garfield streak. So that's an interesting perspective to be on both sides of the ball in the Classic. That's one of the greatest games I've ever had the privilege of coaching. Yes. And then the opportunity came for me to go get into the Marine League and coach at Carson High School, and I knew I wanted to be a head coach at some point. And I wanted it to be in the Marine League, and so I made that move. It was tough because I really enjoyed coaching on the East Side and the community and what it meant to the community and being part of that. But I learned a lot. Went to Carson, and then when the opportunity came to be the head coach at Narbonne in 2002, I took over, and we just built it. And it's an interesting coaching journey. Most people don't know that a lot of people don't know I coach on the East Side, but I wouldn't trade that for anything. I mean, that was a strong foundation for me.
And we certainly know a lot about your background because you've mentored one of the persons in my production crew, Eric Sarney.
Yeah, actually, Sarney played for us back in the day, a long time ago. Makes me feel old because he's an older gentleman now. Still a good-looking guy, though. So I see him all the time, and I'm always happy to see Eric. It reminds me, I had a lot of good memories and met a lot of really good people and learned a lot from a lot of people. Mr. Ronquillo from Garfield High School. Yes. Who was the principal? I mean, from Roosevelt High School. Yes. The principal at Garfield High School. I can't remember her name, but she was awesome too back in the day. So, yeah, I wouldn't exchange or change or trade those memories and those times out for anything. I think they helped build a foundation for who I am now as a head coach.
And this is why we wanted to approach you, Coach, for the first time, because you are part of the lore, part of the history of East L.A. football as well, because you played a big part in developing a lot of young men and a lot of young players. And now you're continuing it, and now it's even at a higher level because now the state is looming ahead.
Yeah, we're looking forward to going to state. We were a state last year and lost to a very good Cathedral Catholic team that ended up winning a state championship. Was disheartening. We won state the year before. I mean, those are things where we make our marks in history, and when we look back, hopefully we have a couple more of those.
Quickly, Coach, going through some of the players tonight who are just shining brightly. Chapman, Jefferson, yes.
Darion Butler, Raymond Scott. Defensively, those three linebackers, Julian Lewis, Logan. Stephen Jenkins, a junior, had a great night tonight. He's not even usually a starter. Julian Lewis, Woodard is our starter, but he had a great night. We kept going to him because at this point you got to do whatever it takes to win the game, and fortunately we were able to do that.
And you spread the love on offense as well. I don't know how many touchdown passes that Chapman had, but receivers galore.
Yeah, we're wide open. I think it's one of the things that makes us attractive, for a lot of high school kids, and we throw the ball, run the ball, whatever we need to do to win. But one guy doesn't just dominate, and I've always, frowned on that. We don't even have two-way starters, and that's by design. We purposely choose guys to only offense or only defense, and then they get the most out of those guys.
Quickly, Coach, because I know there's other media that want to speak to you, but quickly, what's looming ahead the next day or two? Selection committees, and then giving you information about where you're going.
We're going tomorrow. We'll watch film, like we always do on a Saturday. Keep the routine the same. We'll cut them loose. I might come out here and see the Division, 1 game and a couple games. I don't know. I might see who we might look at who we're going to play next week. We're not sure. We'll find out Sunday, and then the staff will start working at breaking down film and getting back to the grind. So,
and the announcement will be made for the parents.
Yeah, Sunday about probably around 10 o'clock. We'll
start in the southern section, and then have to move up to the final where North plays South.
Yeah, we'll play another Southern Cal team, and the winner will go to Sacramento. So. Hopefully that'll be us.
Head coach Manuel Douglas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it. No worries.
We'll see you again. Yes. Con gusto. Thank you. All right, we're going to come back and hopefully get a few more players here on the winning and the championship team in the Open Division, the Narbonne Gauchos. This is East L.A. Sports Scene. Okay, speaking with one of the big players of the game for the Narbonne Gauchos, Darion Butler. And Darion, how you feeling tonight and at this very moment?
I feel real good, man. I feel like we worked hard all week in practice just to get what we got today. Didn't really get a shutout, but 7 points, I think that's all right for a team that's been.
Well, as Coach Douglas told us, this was a good on paper. Look, number 1 versus number 2. So automatically you prepared well because you can't underestimate them.
Right, exactly.
Yes, and then when the ball got kicked off and the game was underway, you guys set your sights on really performing well.
Right, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just starting practice. Everybody pushing each other, just working real hard. That's all it is.
And the coaching staff, how did they prepare you? It's coming right after Thanksgiving, coming into December, on first day of December. A lot of relaxation, but hey, a lot of work was done to prepare.
It was the scheme. I think the scheme really worked pretty good. The coaches, they put a lot of work in, They up early in the weight room. They're going over stuff for us, just for us. So I think that really helped us a lot.
And talking about the chemistry and the brotherhood and this Narbonne Gauchos team, the Bond Boys, how you guys feel now? Because there's others that are watching you. The alumni is expecting you guys to really come through and play like this.
Right. It really is a brotherhood. Everybody on the team, I can say to my brother, man, for real. Like, we look after each other. We got each other back. We never lay down. We never give up on each other. That's one thing I can really say. No matter what, we fight. Every play, whatever we do, we fight just for each other. For our coaches, for everyone.
And just spread some of the love to your teammates tonight. Chapman, Jefferson, everybody was really kicking in and really on a mission.
Right.
Okay, undeniably to win this game.
They work hard themselves. Offense, they got a good chemistry too. Jalen, Juwan Tucker, Jamar Jefferson, Steve Jenkins had a big game. They really work hard. So I think they deserve it.
And how things going in school for you?
Things going good. Don't really got to worry about school too much. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So tomorrow, film. Preparation, mentally get ready for the next game and wait and see where the draw comes, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, and any thoughts on what you might be doing between this game and now the next game that you'll be playing?
Going hard in practice, just that's all we do. I think practice makes it, we really perfect our game when we practice. I feel like our coach is going over stuff every week. It really helps me excel my game. So that's pretty much it.
Darion Butler.
Thank you. Nice.
Good game. Okay, we'll
you.
talk to you. All right, take care. We're going to try and continue on with a few more interviews here. And speaking with a quarterback, the senior quarterback here from the Narbonne Gauchos, the Open Division champions, the first inaugural time. And Jalen, big game tonight. Talk about preparation and then the actual game itself.
All throughout the week, we've been preparing for their defense, their defensive schemes, and we created a great game plan for this, and we just executed it on the field.
Okay, and then during the game, it was a number 1 versus number 2 seed, so you couldn't take them lightly. As Coach Douglas told us, it was even Steven almost on paper. But here's where it really counted on the field. Talk about when you really felt that you were going into really dominant mode, because the offense was explosive the whole time, and then defense, we know what they did. They just squashed them basically, but your offense was on showcase.
Yeah.
Talk about what you were reading. Talk about some of the calls that came in from Coach Douglas and the coaching staff.
We just, through our practice, we knew it would work against them, so we just tried to put it on the field and play the game. And then the turning point for us was the first touchdown. After the first touchdown, we just felt it in our gut that we were going to win. Yeah.
And your routes, the receivers' routes, well coached, well timed. You took advantage of what you saw on the reads and the zone coverage and man-to-man, and you picked it. As they say, you picked them apart.
Yeah. Just try to do that throughout the whole game, try to make as limited mistakes as possible and win the game.
And then on the other side of the coin, you had Jamar Jefferson just running wild, okay? So some of those calls were also made to order.
Yeah.
Talk about how you executed them and you knew that what route he was going to run or how the handoffs were going to go and the way he came out of the backfield.
For me, we make a lot of reads off the edge and the linebackers, so I had to make those reads every single time. And I knew if I was right, he would break for 20, 30, or a touchdown.
Okay, and now you're playing right now in your senior year. You're going to be going on to a Division I school. We understand it might be Rutgers.
Yeah.
Okay, you're taking some visits, correct, right now?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's been going pretty good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
The recruiting process is pretty good for me.
Okay,
yeah.
But next up, another opponent going to state.
Just another block in our way to go to state. We need to win that game.
Talk about with the alumni when they put include you guys in the Bond Boys. Yeah. That's a big, as they say, that is the standard that the alumni is reaching back down. And you're saying, hey, young guys, you got to keep it going.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
It's a very honor to play here. All the alumni come back and they just urge us on to win another ring and continue the legacy.
Okay, and lastly, I know your head coach is one of your mentors. He's not only your coach, he's a mentor. He's worked inside the classroom and outside the classroom. Just how much has Coach Douglas meant to you as a player here at Narbonne?
It means a lot. He's done everything for me. He's believed in me all throughout 4 years. He knew I would be this, and I just had to show him.
And you proved it.
Yeah, I proved it tonight.
Well, your work is not done. We want to congratulate you on being champion now and continue on in the state.
Thank you.
Okay, there he is. One of the best players that we've seen in a long time here. Narbonne Gauchos taking the open division here over the Crenshaw Cougars very, very easily. And he's got his work cut out from those. The season's not over. He will continue on here in the state playoffs. So, looking for one more player if we can, and then that will wrap things up here from El Camino Stadium here where the Open Division Championship, Narbonne Gauchos taking care of business with 48-7 over Crenshaw. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, as we close down El Camino Stadium here was the site of a huge win tonight for the Narbonne Gauchos, and speaking with me right now, Jamar Jefferson, number 1 on his jersey, number 1 in your hearts.
Yeah.
And Jamar, talk about how you feel now as a champion now with beating Crenshaw tonight.
Man, it feels great. It's my first time getting a ring out of my whole high school career, but it feels great. It feels great.
And tonight, Coach Douglas told us this was a close game to expect on paper, but when the ball got put in the air and on the ground, it was time for the Gauchos to show and showcase what they do.
Yep. Yeah, we just had to be disciplined in practice. We just did our thing. We knew we was going to win. Well, actually, yeah, we did know we was going to win, but we didn't know it was going to be like this. Mm-hmm. But I just got to give it to my own line, give it to my whole team and everything. We played great, did great. Yeah, we just did great.
Okay, and it seemed like the preparation, the game plan was in order.
Yep.
Coach Douglas and the coaching staff worked on everything you guys needed to do to show what was going on here tonight in terms of playing as a dominant factor in this game.
Yeah, coaches called great calls and everything. I was impressed with their coaches, their calls. Really liked their calls and everything. Mm-hmm. Running back coach told me some stuff while I was in the game. And I just had to do whatever he told me.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, your big O-line, as you said, they were making holes after holes and sweeps in, out, showcasing really your speed, your agility, your change in direction, as they say, just to be able to outmaneuver the defense. And time after time you did that and had an outstanding game. I don't know the exact amount of yardage you had tonight, well over 100, but you put in the work, and now here's the result of that. How do you feel at this moment about your efforts along with your teammates?
Feel great. I just got to give them my O-line again. They did everything, man. Best O-line in the city. I love them guys, bro. Shout out to them. I love them.
Okay, now, looking ahead real quick, State, you're on to the next round of play.
Yep, feels great. My first time actually going this far and everything. It just feels great, energy and everything. Just never went this far.
Okay, and as an offensive player, you have time to sit on the sideline and watch your defensive teammates go to work. Talk a little bit about them, how much and how well they have played all season.
Our defense? Mm-hmm. Our defense played great. All the games we had, I was doing that the whole season, just fourth quarter sit out or second half sit out. But it's great. I like that sometimes. Okay. Just gotta give it up to gotta give them the second string. They burn and everything. But our defense did great, played great and everything. Our defense is strongest on our team.
And now this group of players, the seniors especially, have lived up to be the Bond boys.
Yep.
Because that's one of your standards, right? The alumni always reaches back to you and says, young man, you can do what we did.
Yep.
And continue to excel and shine and bring your game up to even higher levels. You thought about being part of that group now?
Feels great just being part of the Bond family and everything. They brought me in, made me feel like I was family as soon as I came in, as soon as I set foot on campus. Mm-hmm. I love them guys.
Okay. How are things going in school and with family? Pretty good?
Everything's going great. Doing good in school. Family doing great. Okay. Everything's great.
And being a senior, some recruits may have knocked on the door, come over to see Coach Douglas and yourself?
Oh, yeah. It was a couple scouts out here that I was that I'd be talking to during school and everything after practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And different divisions, of course, Division I, maybe Division II, but of course, recruiters are here looking to offer you a scholarship at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just waiting on that. Just waiting on my time.
Okay. Jamar Jefferson, we wish you the best of luck. Okay, in your next game, and continued success to you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank
All right, there he is, Jamar Jefferson. Okay, here we go now. We're going to have to wind things up here from the El Camino College Stadium where we've just witnessed the Narbonne Gauchos taking out the Crenshaw Cougars by a very lopsided score of 48-7. And that will do it for this edition of East L.A. Sports Scene's coverage of the high school game of the week. And for Franklin Robles and yours truly, Rico Cabrera Sr., thanks for watching this edition of our program. And we will be seeing you very, very soon when it's time to go indoors for basketball season. So take care, and we will see you soon.